If we're going to take a closer look at these roles, we can have a look at the leader or explorer role first. A leader can emerge from any department within an organization and has deep leadership skills that have likely been in development for several years. And they may come from a specialist role within a certain function or have a proficiency in various leadership frameworks, or simply possess a general broad leadership competence. The Agile Master contribute with agile and lean tools, methods, practices, and principles, and have a deep experience from using Agile in a variety of industries or situations. Scrum, Kanban, Lean, and OKRs are tools and frameworks that the Agile Master handle flawlessly, and he or she understand what tool to pick when. The HR professional has experience as an HR business partner or manager or an HR specialist. They have a solid general understanding of what makes people tick and are capable of having hard conversations to inspire people to excel. They're also the only role in the organization who deal with negotiations with unions and have this competence around labor law and societal regulations. The guide has deep knowledge about the specific place that you are in right now or about the specific topic that you are working with. They can take you on a journey to understand the process, showing you the path through the particular surroundings and often teaching or facilitating via examples or stories or expertise. Agile organizations and agile teams are very often dealing with situations and challenges that are complex in nature. And the human tendency here is to look for the easy way out, best practices, or copy what others are doing. But when in a complex situation where you have a wicked problem, we call it, the right strategy is to experiment, probe, sense, response, we say. So the navigator is someone comfortable with complexity and helps the teams to step into the explorer mentality, framing the issue, formulating the hypothesis, designing safe to fail experiments, and learning quickly what is promising and what is not. And then the reflective observer in the space in the middle of things, where rather than jump to conclusions or reacting too quickly and possibly wrongly, you can figure out what's going on with the team and how you can best help them in whatever scenario they are in. So the skills you need to cultivate here is that of self-awareness and self-regulation, and in particular that of being able to observe without judging. And in doing this, you can create for yourself this ability to step outside the situation or the organization, the system, which I described before. So depending on the needs of your people, you take a different role to support them. And this is a senior role, and it takes time to master all of them, obviously. Let's face it, nobody can be fantastic in all these roles from the beginning. This is where your lifelong journey starts. You always work on improving yourself and being able to play more and different roles, but you start somewhere. Maybe from a leadership role or from being the HR professional in your organization for many years. Or maybe you have worked as an agile coach and want to develop yourself further. We cannot do this alone. To be able to remove limiting structures that we talked about in the beginning of these presentations, you know, the budgets and the performance management process, the reward structures, we need to change the culture and we need to start collaborating towards a more agile future. And to be able to succeed, we need to join forces. HR cannot do it alone. Leaders cannot do it alone. We need everybody to start talking about this across boundaries of different kinds, starting the conversation, nudging the system and the people, and move in this new common direction together. When we work with Agile, we don't follow any recipes. There are no recipes or best solutions that always work. We do know that when we stick to certain principles rather than rules, it tends to work well. Best practice is always past practice, and only mediocre companies use best practice today. And you will never be better than your competitor if you follow best practice today. So that's why we in Agile prefer to work with principles as the basis. And then you can use different tools to make these principles come alive. However, there is no guarantee that the tools will work. We need to add a good dose of Agile culture and the right conditions in the environment. For example, many companies have tried to use Scrum in very wrong environments, and then you don't reap the benefits from that model. So the way to change a culture is to change or remove limiting structures, mainly coming from HR and finance. Then we increase supporting structures to make it easy to behave according to the Agile mindset. That could be Kanban boards, visualization, OKRs or Scrum projects. And then we start to show new behaviors that come from learning the new ways of acting and working. And then we repeat from one again. And this seems extremely easy, but this is extremely hard. We in Agile People put together this manifesto to support you to understand how the move needs to look like. We came together in 2019 during 4 intensive days in my summer house on the west coast of Sweden. And this is the result from those 4 days. And this is our gift to you. And with this, I'm just going to give you a last shout out. Start today, follow the principles, start your personal and organizational learning journey towards greater people and business agility. The sooner you start, the sooner you will reap the benefits from happy performing people working together towards a common vision. And with that, I just want to thank you. We invite you to join the Agile People community. You can participate in the Agile People development training, which is a completely new certification from IC Agile that we are now offering. Or you can also become an Agile People coach or facilitator if you want to teach the Agile People material yourself and be a trainer with us. Visit agilepeople.com if you want more information about that.